Hello and welcome to another episode of Corgi Town USA, podcast for pets and their people. As always, I'm Candy, founder of Corgi Town USA. In my lap is Chuckles, our spokesclerk. He's right here.
He's right there.
His bum is on cat.
Yes. And I am Catherine Napoli.
Catherine Napoli. She's going by Napoli now, her
Yes.
maiden name, surname.
The name I was born with.
Yes.
The Italian in me. And it's weird because, most people do that when they get divorced. I did not, as the listeners know, I did not get divorced. I got widowed.
You got widowed. Yeah.
And I love my husband and his family. I love my last name more.
Yeah. Now you can use it.
Now I can use it.
Well, we also have dearest Digby here, and he is quite fond of Booger, the only little girl corgi around here, and
Yes.
she's in the doom cone because of a paw issue she's having, and Digby still is very intent on pursuing hers.
Yes.
We're having a very interesting day here in the studio, but we also have Mortimer, and he and Digby are running around, so if we lose equipment, you will know what happened.
That's
we will
right.
be right back. Corgis knock down stuff around here sometimes.
They do.
And we have our dearest Hammer, who kind of pops in and out as he pleases.
That's right, because he can.
And he's the man. Hammer's the man.
Yep.
I have corgi fur in my nose. So, as we digress, which we're very good at, we want to talk about the Corgi Nationals.
Yeah.
So we have a special guest today because this week is the Corgi Nationals, and we have had Kelly from Corgi Beach Day on, and of course they host the Nationals as well. So we wanted to talk about that and learn about how you can get the most out of the event and some other fun details. Should we bring Kelly on?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hi, Kelly. Welcome back.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Crunch time.
Excellent.
It's about a week away from Corgi Nationals.
Yeah, we appreciate you taking time to talk about it because we know that you have a bajillion things to do on coming on 0 hour here.
Yeah. And my first question to you is at the listening of this broadcast, and we'll talk about when the Nationals are. Is there still time to just bring your corgi and come on down?
We have to register.
Yeah. So yes, there definitely is. We have VIP tickets. Those were sold out. So there's definitely plenty of general admission tickets, which are great. We're going to have a giant Jumbotron on the field this time. So everybody in the PGA will be able to see everything clearly, all the slow motion replays. So you can get general admission tickets online, or you can get them at the door. You save $5 if you get them online, but you can definitely get them at the door too.
Oh, yeah. I like that you save money online because I know when I go to the when I go to the movies, it's more online than at the door.
Really?
Yeah, because they put that little service fee on there.
Oh man.
Yep.
Convenience fee.
I just learned about that. My goodness. Well, I'm going to share for those listening. It's SoCalCorgiBeachDay.com. It's /2022 Corgi Nationals. That's the website. And if you're watching on our YouTube page, I have shared the banner. So you can go there to pre-register, and we will share that again. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the history of the event. Kelly, if you can tell us how you got started with the Nationals. We know Corgi Beach Day picked up, and you were so kind to tell us before about how that was just kind of happened. We're going to do this event, and then it just sort of exploded and got really popular. Tell us about how the Nationals got started.
So my husband, as you guys know, my husband Dan and I, we run Corgi Beach Day, and for years we were thinking, we want to do a corgi racing, just like the wiener dog races. Well, we should have corgi races. Why not? There's a lot of people that come to Corgi Beach Day. I think they would love it. Corgis love to run. They love to race. They're fast. People always ask me all the time, are corgis fast? Yes, they are fast. Yeah. Especially if you've ever seen Emmett, who's the winner. He is lightning fast. I don't know how that corgi runs so fast. But we always wanted to do the event. And, we live in Southern California. There's tons of racetracks. But we just couldn't connect with anybody that wanted to hear us out. And then one day my friend called me, and he was the barber to one of these executives at Santa Anita. And he was like, hey, I was talking about you guys. And I was thinking, I know you guys mentioned wanting to do corgi races. So give this guy a call. He's totally into it. So we called, we connected, we had a meeting, and Santa Anita is awesome. It's an awesome location to have the event because there's what's called the infield area, and it's basically just a big park-like festival area. It's huge. It's right in the center of the racetrack. And as anybody knows, Santa Anita is right up against the mountains right there, and it's just a beautiful scenery, and it's 1920s. It's been there for like 100 years, so it's a great location. Everybody at Santa Anita is great, and it was like on and popping when we talked to the guy. We're like, okay, let's do this. We got a plan, and we knew that we'd seen other people do corgi races too, but it seemed like it was just like the races and that's it. And we wanted to do like a big festival, just like Corgi Beach Day. It's a lot like Corgi Beach Day, but it's at the racetrack. So
yeah,
wonderful.
An event all around the race.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing I do want to say this. So for the VIP tickets, they're sold out. But I find this, unless I didn't find something that I was supposed to find, I find it notable if you have handicapped corgis. Like obviously I didn't enter them in the race, but I have Hammer who has hip dysplasia and he has a cart, and then Booger has chronic paw problems. So she's in a stroller. So if you do go and you have VIP tickets, just be prepared. There are some steps there over by where the grassy area is. You do have to kind of lift and move. There's not a ramp over there. So if anybody's going with handicapped corgis and you have VIP tickets, just know that you have to lift over there. I think I made some people laugh because I almost dumped Booger over in her stroller. She was fine, but luckily, no, she was okay. It was me and 4 corgis because I'm insane and I didn't bring any help. Oh, it was all on me. But anyway, so as I understand, I did want to say this is non-corgis are not allowed at the event. Is that correct?
Yes, and this is because at Santa Anita's request. So we know at Corgi Beach Day, everybody's welcome. Corgis, honorary corgis, everybody can come. So for this event, it's just corgis and corgi mixes at Santa Anita's request. They're just trying to avoid having really large dogs there and mixes of different dogs. So it's corgis and corgi mixes.
Yeah. So now everyone knows if you do want to register,
there goes the earthquake.
Yeah, there goes the corgi, Mortimer and Digby tornado knocking down our equipment. But yeah, so if anyone is going to register, it is corgis only due to Santa Anita Raceway's ordinances. So tell us, I know that there's been a lot of, which is awesome, a lot of interest and a lot of signups, and then you ended up having to do a lottery this go around, I think, because you had so many signups.
Yeah, so we did Corgi Winter Nationals was in January, and that one we did just as we had done before, where it was first come, first serve, come through Eventbrite. But I think because we hadn't done it for so many years, there were so many people that so many people are trying to get in all at once. It caused a lot of frustration with people getting locked out. So, okay, we're going to do something to make a more even playing field for everybody. So we did a lotto, and we had everybody sign up on a form ahead of time for 2 weeks. And then we had almost 800 entries.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
Amazing.
From all over the place too. California, all over the country. We have a lot of corgis actually coming in from out of state to race. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, we did the lotto just to make it fair for people. And we went through the list. We made sure that there wasn't any duplicates. We, spent hours going through the list just to make sure it was 1 entry per corgi. And then we did a randomizer and selected 100 corgis to race.
That's a very laborious process, it sounds like. Thank you for doing that. And I'm sure everyone who entered does appreciate your hard work. So
right? Yeah.
We enjoy it.
People take it very seriously. So we wanted to make sure that we were very fair and, we weren't playing favor, nothing like that to anybody. We did it very fair, just to make sure everybody gets a chance.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it's cool that so many people are passionate about racing their corgis. I mean, it's awesome to have all this engagement. I mean, it's like we talk about the popularity of the breed. And when I had Lilo, when he was a puppy, I got him in 2004. Yeah, and people would be like, what kind of dog is that? He looks like a German Shepherd with no legs. Like, it's a corgi. And they would say, what? And now you say corgis, we have the paparazzi. You can't go anywhere with everybody saying, oh my gosh, corgis.
Exactly.
So I love the engagement. I love that people are excited about it. But what would you say if maybe first time goers, what would you advise to anyone registering either VIP or otherwise, how to get the most out of the event?
Yeah, so I mean, Santa Anita Park, it really is like a park, so you can bring a lot of stuff in to make it
cool.
comfortable. So it's all general admission right now is all grass. So you can bring your wagons, you can bring umbrellas, like beach umbrellas for your chairs, and I would recommend it because it is going to be in this mid 70s, upper 70s, so it'll be sunny all day. Blankets, you can bring coolers with food. No alcohol. You can buy alcohol on premises. Oh.
And a dog and a corgi was not even involved in that.
But yeah, just anything that you would bring for a day at the park to be comfortable.
Okay.
So lawn chairs, blankets, food, and we'll have tons of food there. Also, there's also a carnival running at the same time. So we have 2 food trucks in the Corgi Nationals area, and then there's going to be carnival type food all over Santa Anita that day.
So come prepared, make yourself comfortable, umbrellas, sunscreen, anything that you would do if you're going to be at an outdoor event festival all day.
Right. And I would also add if there's the carnival and the carnival food, just be super vigilant with dogs because guess what they want? The carnival.
Everything you're eating.
Yeah, everything that you're eating, everything that the people doing the carnival thing are eating that don't, that may not, for no reason, but just may not be paying attention to your dog.
Onions.
All
the onions.
All the onions, all those things. So that's kind of my little bit of advice.
Yeah, I think most of us that have corgis are used to being vigilant about what their nose touches because they're so hungry and try to eat everything.
Yeah.
Anything that hits the ground is theirs.
Exactly.
Oh, trust me, I know that one.
So what about for racers? So let's say that we have someone that won the lotto and that this is the first time they're racing. Do you have any tips for the new racers?
A lot of people are practicing right now, so that helps. I always tell people, look at videos on YouTube and see how we have the blocks, because we have the starting blocks where the gate flops open. So make sure your corgi's comfortable with an action like that happening in front of them. But I mean, really no tips, because sometimes, corgis just freeze up when the thing, they don't know what to do, especially the senior race. We have a senior race, and those corgis never want to run. They're just like, the gates flop open and they just look at each other like they really expect us to do something here because we're just in the front here. So it's probably my favorite one of all.
Right? I've earned my golden years. I will take my time.
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot like my father-in-law. He's like, he would always say, listen, I've hit a certain age. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to care. I just don't. And I think perhaps the corgis are feeling the same way.
Like, I'm not going to entertain that.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like they were born that way, though.
Yeah, well, that's
kind of do their own thing.
That's true. But I think just watching them not entertain us is going to be entertaining. Like, what? That look that they do, they're like, what? Huh? What? No.
Or the side eye.
So, corgi side eye is my favorite.
It's real.
It's real, people. It's real.
So, Kelly, what do you think your favorite part is of the event? I know that's hard to pick because the whole thing's awesome.
Like I said, the senior races is probably my favorite race, just because what we talked about. The people are really my favorite thing because everybody's in such a good mood and everybody's super friendly. They're all making friends with each other. So I just love to see that. Obviously the corgis. I love corgis. Otherwise I wouldn't have even started this whole crazy thing. But we have a ton of vendors too. They always, I love to see that, they always love the event and they meet new people. And then we're going to have Queen's Best Stumpy Dog Rescue there too. So it's good to get people educated about corgis too. So we try to incorporate, but I don't know, it's hard to say what one thing is my favorite, but there's a lot of things I really love about it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm with you. I love the camaraderie. We talk a lot about how we build these friendships around these little dogs and people that we get connected with because they're Corgi people, and you grow this network of like-minded folks that are part of this like Corgi enthusiasts.
This whole Corgi mania, really.
Cult.
It is a cult.
Corgi cult. Yeah.
Are you organized enough to be a cult? Cults are very organized.
Yeah, I'm pretty ADD.
Yeah.
so.
Okay. So there
Yeah.
But that's part of Corgidom too. I mean,
Yeah.
we're like the dogs, shiny things. We get distracted.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I love, okay, so talking about rescues. So you're talking about Queen's Best. I want to talk about this a little bit, just without segueing too much. We oftentimes, and Kelly, I know you get this too, people will reach out saying, I want a Corgi. Where do I go? And I feel like we try to guide people toward the right questions because they see how cute they are. Of course, they're adorable.
Yeah.
They're smart, so they're easy to train. And people say, oh, cool, I want a Corgi. They're cute. Where do I get one? But it's like, well, okay, we want to educate you about that they are bossy, that they do have a lot of energy, that they do need a job, they need to be kept busy, and they're a full-time job. I think job to have. And so I love that rescue groups get involved and recommend. I always ask anybody who says, are you willing to rescue? Always rescues that need homes.
Yeah.
A lot of times they wind up in rescue because people don't. I don't want to say a lot of times that's the general, but they end up in rescue because someone gets them and don't realize kind of what all they entail to get the breed and haven't done the research.
Yeah.
So supporting these rescue groups, I think, is really important because they're really good at educating people too on why these dogs wind up in rescue, if they have behavioral training that they need or health issues or things because they weren't bred well, or like my Booger is a rescue and she's just
adorbs.
She's just has a lot of health issues, and the older she gets, the worse it gets. And I think a lot of that is she was not bred well. She was not cared for early in life. And but if it weren't for rescue groups, I wouldn't have her or Hammer.
Right.
So
and I think and I I just want to interject. I know this is all about corgis and everything. I unfortunately it's a lot of animals. It's cats, it's dogs, it's rabbits, oh look, it's Easter. Oh look, it's the day after
with rabbits too.
Yeah. So please, if you're listening to our show and you're thinking of a corgi or any animal,
ask us all the questions.
And you know what? If we don't know, like if it's something other than a corgi, we will direct you. We will find out and direct
We'll get you an expert.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, and that's to that point. I don't know rabbits, but I do know corgis, and Kelly knows corgis, and now Kat knows corgis.
I know corgis.
So, but as we're talking about this and Queen's Best being involved, how can we best support Corgi Beach Day, Corgi Nationals, SoCal Corgi Nation, other than being involved in attending? How can we best help support you, help support what you're doing?
Well, I think if you're a corgi owner, definitely get educated, like you guys said. Visit Susan at Queen's Best, talk to her, get involved if you can, because we support them 100%. All the racing fees for Corgi Nationals goes directly to Queen's Best, so we try to help them whenever we can, because they're the true heroes. They do all the hard work. We do the fun stuff. So with that, comes responsibility to educate people about corgis. So definitely, if you have a corgi, educate yourself. Like you said, I get people asking me all the time, where can I get a corgi? I want to get a corgi. It seems like a good family dog, or something like that. And then I go through all the things. Here's all the things. And then half the time I don't even get a response back because I think people realize that maybe not for them. So that's a good thing. I try not to encourage everybody to get corgis because it's not for everybody. Corgi is not for everybody.
Right.
But those of us that have corgis, learn, educate others. Support Queen's Best, make friends, come to the events, and just have a great time. We want to keep it going. So the more support, and we have a huge supportive community, and we appreciate everybody because we couldn't do this without the community here. People in Southern California and beyond. So we have so much gratitude for everybody that supported us in the past 10 years now. So thank you to everybody listening who's ever supported us or come to our events.
Well, we love what you're doing, so we're happy to support you and happy to be a part of it, and so glad to be part of this little cult. This little
Yeah.
corgi. This corgi
It's the
community.
corgi cult.
The corgi
Good
cult.
place
No,
to be.
it is. It is. Life is good here. We wouldn't have it any other way.
That's right.
Well, those listening, it's SoCalCorgiBeachDay.com/2022 Corgi Nationals. If you haven't been and you can make it, get a ticket. You're going to be supporting Queen's Best Stumpy Dog Rescue and helping an organization do some good things. And you're also helping Corgi. I called you Corgi. Kelly and Dan and their family keep doing these wonderful events so that we can gather and do these amazing things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
I'm seeing the East Coast Corgi Beach Day. I'm seeing the Florida
they do.
Daytona Corgi Beach
Well,
Day.
they do have it east.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's they have Oregon, and then there's also there are corgi events all over.
Oh, I know there
country.
are corgi events all over. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of more work for.
Are you
Kelly
going
and
to
Dan.
Corgi Con?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna go up.
We plan to go too.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Good.
Yeah, so it'll be
Yeah.
fun, and you get to spectate, right? You don't have to plan and host. like
I
normal.
always tell people, it's funny because we put on Corgi Beach Day, but we hardly ever go to the corgi event, other corgi events. I'm like, this is just gonna be nice just to go and be there and not have to do any work, and
Right.
enjoy. So
Just
that's what we're
be,
gonna do.
Just like pet a corgi and be.
Yes.
Aw.
Oftentimes I'm at Corgi Beach Day and I was like, man, this looks like a lot of fun if I was just hanging out here. But I'm usually running around like a crazy woman. So
Right?
yeah, it
Exactly.
would be nice to just enjoy and see friends and have a good time.
Poor Dan. We did the costume contest, and and we got up, and I think we made finals just because Dan forgot about us when we were up there, but he didn't mean to. It was a blind eye because he's
Right.
trying to see everything and talk to everybody, and I thought it was funny. He felt so bad, but afterwards he's like, "I'm so sorry, I forgot you guys." I was like, "It's fine." I'm sure we blended in
Yeah.
with everybody, but it was just so funny, and
much.
I felt for him because you're all those things are coming at you, and you're trying to host, and you're trying to organize, and you're trying to introduce and do a lot. It's a lot, but
It's a lot. I definitely got to hand it to him because he's up there all day cracking his jokes and juggling and everything with the events. So he does a great job being the MC.
Oh yeah, you both do. We love it. So we're so
Yep.
glad to come.
Thank you for the work you do.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you,
thank you,
guys.
Kelly. We hope everybody can make it to the Nationals this week. I'm not going to make it. I have family in town, but we're definitely planning to go for the next round as well. But we know it'll be a great event, and we hope that everyone has a good time, and we encourage you all to go.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll give Mr. Pickles and Choppy some belly scratches for us. And thank you so much for spending a chunk of your very valuable time with us telling us about the event.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, you guys.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you,
great
Kelly.
evening.
You too. Bye.
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 You need to come to these.
I know. I need to come to Corgi Beach Day. One
You should.
of these days, I will absolutely get out there.
October is the next one.
October sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
October is next one. So if you want to go with us, we'll probably have a booth again.
Yeah, and maybe we can celebrate my birthday.
I think that's great.
I think we could
What
have.
better way to do it than at Corgi
I
Beach
think
Day?
we could have like hundreds of corgis singing, barking "Happy Birthday" to me.
Oh, we'll do it. Everybody meet up at the Corgi Town booth and
That's
sing
right.
Cat Napoli happy birthday.
That's right. I think so.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We hope that you can make it to the Nationals this week. You
Yes.
don't want to miss it. There's nothing like seeing all those corgis race and
Just
then
a sea of corgis.
yeah, rooting for your favorite. Well, it is a C, but there's also just, the very organized races each heat.
Oh
and
yeah.
seeing them all compete. And I mean, it's awesome.
It's wild because people ask me, well, can he run? Digby, can he run? And yeah, we started playing ball in the backyard, and he's flipping fast. That
Yeah.
little guy is fast. Or if heaven forbid there is a quail that walks in his, his
Oh, no.
purview in
Predatory?
the yard.
His predatory lights
Yes,
go on.
and
Yeah.
just whoosh,
Yeah.
he goes
Oh.
off. So they're fast.
Oh, they are fast. I mean, people think that they're not because of those short legs, but and they're varying degrees of fast. I mean, Mortimer's really fast. Chuckles is really fast. Zelda, my little Rainbow Bridge girl. I mean,
Yeah.
she was lightning. If she got away from you, I mean, it was like
Uh-oh.
She was impossible to catch. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but everyone try to go to the Nationals, and I'll share one more time. It's SoCalCorgiBeachDay.com/2022 Corgi Nationals. Get your registrations there. You can also find more information on the event.
Yep.
And we hope you all go.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week here at Corgi Town, USA.
Bye-bye.
Bye.